Hey, what is going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my review for The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 3, which was titled Warning Signs. Now, part of my voice, I'm pretty sick right now, so I'm going to have kind of a deeper sounding, scratchy voice here and there, but, pardon with me. So, 903, this episode I fucking loved. I'm going to be just straight up honest with you guys. I think this is easily the best episode of this season so far. I've seen a lot of people say it's the weakest of this season and stuff like that, but I just, there's something about it I really liked. And I think it's because I've always been interested in mystery type movies and TV shows like the Scream movies I used to always love watching. I like mysteries. I like when you don't know who's doing what, usually when it has to do with murder and there's a bunch of characters that you suspect one of them is going to be it, but you don't know exactly it, and then it ends up being someone you did not expect at all in the end. And I'm going to be honest, I did not see that coming, and that it was the Oceanside who were killing these saviors. I honestly did not see that coming at all. I had no clue, not even a piece in my mind to think about it. Now, looking back on it, they had hints here and there that made sense, especially with the harpoon gun that I believe her name is Beatrice, she had, and clearly we could, equate that to being what was used to kill Justin, and that made sense because I thought it was Daryl at first because of the arrow. I was like, okay, maybe it was Daryl, but then I was like, no, it's too obvious if it was Daryl. I mean, I know the show does not want to make it obvious. It was also too obvious if it was going to be Jadis or Anne. It would also be too obvious if it was like another savior. I just I felt like it was going to be something very, very unexpected. So I was thinking in my mind, maybe it was just some random ass person. Maybe it was Father Gabriel, for all we fucking know. I didn't think it was Father Gabriel, but that's a joke. But it just makes so much sense for it to be the Oceanside, and I've always wanted the Oceanside to be used in a bigger way because they've been here since season 7, right? They've been here for a while, but we haven't really seen much of them in terms of who they are. We learned a lot of them in that one episode with Tara. A lot about them. We learned a ton, but that was really it. And then after that, we kind of had little pieces here and there. They were used at the very end of the war, but the rest of the war, they weren't even used. And then they come in here, and then they wait a little bit. And I was wondering, why did they wait this long to do what they were going to do? It's been like a year and a half. And then they said that they saw that what Maggie did to Gregory, and she realized, okay, clearly these people do stuff like this, and if they're allowed to do it, then we should be too. We should be allowed to kill people who have done stuff to our people. We should just be allowed to do it if they are. That's kind of how it saw, and that kind of made the killing of Gregory a lot more impactful than we originally thought it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? So I really liked the writing, the dialogue, and the ending scene was so good. The music, everything about it, the acting, phenomenal. Sydney, I wasn't really a big. I didn't really have any big. I wasn't a big Sydney fan. She really wasn't that important of a character. But ever since this episode, I am in love with the character. Now, not that I agree with what she did, but I still love the character. I'm very interested in seeing more of her. But a lot of people, have been discussing, is it justified to what they're doing? Is it not? I think it's justified to a certain extent. Like, I think it was justified killing Justin because that guy was an asshole. He was already causing problems, and it was probably better off for him to not be there, right? But Arat, you could tell Arat changed. You can tell Arat was not the same person she was back when she killed Sydney's little brother. She's not that same person. She was under control of Simon and Negan. She was following orders, and if she didn't follow those orders, there's a chance she'd probably be killed by Simon. So she was just doing what was best for herself. She was being selfish, yes, but she wasn't that kind of person. Deep down, she did not want to kill people like that. Now, people can be like, well, that just makes you a coward. And yeah, she is a coward, I guess. But does that mean she deserves to die? I don't think so. I don't think she deserves to die for it. Just like, what's his name? Earl does not deserve to die for attacking Maggie because he wasn't, that wasn't him. He was being controlled by Gregory in that instance. And he was drunk, I guess you could say. But he still deserves jail time, just like Rob should probably deserve jail time. But it was a while ago. I don't know if there's like a statute of limitations that they, based the universe off of. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't personally agree with it, but I really do like how it went down, and I really like how Daryl and Maggie were the ones to find them, and then how they turned their backs. Especially how Maggie turned her back when she said that she said no exceptions, which is exactly what Negan said to the group when he killed Glenn. So it worked perfectly. The writing for this episode was incredible. Amazing job. I mean, people are praising Angela Kang. She didn't write this episode. Now, I'm sure a lot of the writers have say, especially the showrunner. Showrunner has big say in what goes down, even if they're not the writer. But that doesn't mean she wrote all the dialogue, because the writer of the episode, I believe, was Corey Reed. And so you got to realize that, the writers aren't always, it's not the showrunner who's always controlling everything that happens. A lot of the dialogue might have been done by Corey Reed today. So, it is something to note. And yeah, so that stuff was amazing. I loved how Maggie turned her back. I loved the music. And I loved how she said time to see Negan at the end. Amazingly done. Then we have this stuff with Jadis or Anne. I still want to call her Jadis. I like the name Jadis better than Anne. I don't know why. Anne is just, I don't like the name Anne. I'm sorry, I don't like the name Anne. Like, it just doesn't roll off the tongue well. Like, it's like Anne. It's just, I don't like it. I don't know. Jadis is more like, it just sounds better to say. That's besides the point. But I really did enjoy how we got to learn more about the helicopter and what it all means in this episode, and it makes so much sense. This is obviously not something they just tacked on to this episode and said, fuck, let's just add this story into season 9. They've been building this up since season 7 with the helicopter, the garbage people, the A's that they were writing on the walls and stuff. And the A's and B's, they kind of make sense. I think this is what they mean. I think A means after and B means before. So A would mean after death. B would mean before death. So A would be, because remember that episode Time for After, when Jada said time for after, and she was bringing the walker to Rick to try to make him turn. And that's after, meaning you're dead, you're turned. But B would be before, meaning you're not. And I don't know why they would want people who are already dead and they're turned. I don't really know what they need walkers for, but I'm still interested into what these people are using the people for, because she says she's trading people, and if they're already dead, what's their use? I mean, it would make more sense if they were alive and they were trading. Maybe they need to fight some war, and maybe they're being used to be slaves. I don't know exactly what this group needs people for, but I don't know why they would need dead people. That's why that theory doesn't really make that much sense, but at the same time, it's the only way that really makes semi-sense. I don't know. At the end of the day, maybe they're testing on walkers or something. I don't know. It's interesting. I really like that whole storyline that's going on with that. I want to see how it plays out. People are saying it's kind of repetitive because we've already seen Jadis turn on the group like 3 times. Now we're seeing her do it again. I wouldn't say it's the same way how she's turning on the group. It's not the same as how she did previously. I think we need this. We need to see what's happening. I don't know what the hell she's going to do to Father Gabriel. I don't know what the hell's going to happen after this. Are they going to kill her? Are they going to... Something else is going to have to do with... Rick and Maggie, or Maggie or Rick are going to get kidnapped, and is that what's going to happen? Is that how they're going to leave the show for a few months, or for the rest of the season? We don't know how it's going to be used. We don't know if it has to do with the Commonwealth. We have no idea, and I'm really interested in it because it's not a comic book storyline, so, because Jadis obviously wasn't in the comics, so kind of adds to interest. The whole storyline that's really going on right now wasn't even in the comics. The whole Saviors getting kidnapped, so I really like when they add in their own, things to the show, because you can't really predict it, because you're like, okay, this didn't happen in the comics, so how am I supposed to know what the hell's happening? So I like that a lot. What else do we have in this episode? Very awesome moments at the beginning of the episode with Rick being with his family and stuff. I mean, just it puts a damper on it, the fact that Rick has to leave. I'm really still pissed about that whole situation. I really wish he wouldn't have to leave, but it is what it is, and we're gonna have to deal with it, because there are a lot of amazing characters to fill the role, so it's not all that terrible. Carol in this episode was pretty badass. I like that scene when they took out the 2 guys. Well, they didn't take them out, but they were able to get out of that. Now, in that situation, do I agree with them keeping them alive? Because a lot of people were saying they should have just killed them, because they were causing a problem. I don't know. I mean, look, it really depends, because these people, they're going to have to imprison them. There's no way they're just going to be let go after that. They tried to kill them. Obviously, Rick's going to imprison them, but where's he going to keep them prisoner? They don't have that many cells. They have the cell at Alexandria. They have the cell at the Hilltop. Do they have any other cells? Like, there's enough room for these guys? I don't know. That's why I'm just kind of curious as to what the hell they're going to do with them. Because, personally, I probably would have killed them there. It sucks to say, but it is what it is. I mean, they can't have problems like that. But I don't agree with them killing Rot, but I would agree with them killing someone like that. Or even Justin, for example. But yes, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Overall, great episode. Very excited for the next 2. Very excited to see how it all plays out. And then we're going to get into the time skip after episode 5, which is going to lead into the Whisperer arc, and I'm very excited for the Whisperer arc more than anything in the world. But we're going to have some time before that, obviously. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.